I hate that. Even the rest of it, they jolly right here. It was, it got disgusting.
¿Por qué?
It's on. Let's rock and roll.
Dáselo a Vicente, dile que no me gusta.
Okay. Wrap her down.
Forget their water bottles and
Yeah.
What do you notice?
3, 4, 12. They all.
It's not squared. That's one thing. It's not squared. It's good. What else?
Now we have to graph it apparently.
No. Later, yeah.
Exactly.
Not yet. After break, you'll graph that. You graph y equals that.
I knew you were gonna see that. I felt like we were gonna graph. See, I can't even see
¿En la tarde o a qué horas?
You need to scoot up. I need to make a seating chart. Holy moly.
You've been saying.
I know. I don't think about it till right now. I don't even think about it, and then right now I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm a student that sits in the assigned seat.
I'm blind.
Sure. Here, I'll make a note. Make seating charts.
I feel attacked by that.
You don't even sit in your assigned seat.
Exactly, I feel attacked by that.
Okay, use this when you see 4 terms. You know what terms are? 1, 2, 3, 4. The things separated by plus and minus signs?
Hey, what happened to our vocabulary?
Yeah, I know. I need to. Gosh. Things I don't enjoy. Vocabulary and making seating charts.
I just like sitting back here.
Maybe tomorrow we'll just have a vocabulary-ish seating chart day.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, that's for tomorrow.
Terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 different things added and subtracted together, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Here's what you do. Here's how you factor this. William gives you steps. Step 1. Group. Hey. The front. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing completing the square, which you're not learning quite yet. You will. And then you'll be really confused. But that's not that. We're still grouping. Group the front and back 2 terms. I guess it starts the same. You know what group means? A range would be like to move them around. To group them, we're just going to put parentheses around them. So we're going to rewrite that with parentheses around x to the 3rd plus 3x squared plus negative 4x minus 12. So I really didn't do anything except put some parentheses around those. Because now I'm going to focus on each one of these parentheses like individually. And just do greatest common factor factoring in each one.
What's that plus sign do?
The other way.
It's not multiplication. If I don't put a plus sign there, that says to multiply. Is that what this is? This is not multiplication. These are all added and subtracted together. If I don't write that there, that technically means, hey, look it, you're multiplying these 2 things together, and then you get x to the 4th, and no. So that's just to keep it the same. A lot of people forget to put that plus sign there, and then you keep going, and you get it right still, but I just like to be proper. 2 is going to be a factor each set of parentheses. Sorry, I was distracted. Like, do the greatest common factor factoring for each one of these. Can I abbreviate? So, you know what that means? You look here and you go, okay, just like ignoring everything else, can you factor that? Pull out what they have in common, right? What do they have in common?
Just do
The property?
no.
Did you guys like forget how to do greatest common factor? Like, Like, did you do your homework? Like number, okay, let's look at one of these. Oh, I guess technically last night you didn't have any like that. Remember these ones? Where you like had to pull out what they had in common, and then you put parentheses, and then you write the leftover stuff inside. You do that right here, so you're like, oh hey, look it, they both have x. Oh, hey, they have x squared, as a matter of fact, even. So I'll pull x squared out. X squared times what gives me x to the third? X plus x squared times what gives me 2x squared? 3. Oh, I did greatest common factor. And then you do it again right here. What do those have in common? 2's more, bigger. 4. And then here's where you kind of look ahead. What you want to happen, you're going to factor this one, you're going to pull 4 out, right? You want the stuff left in this parenthesis to match the stuff left in this parenthesis.
So it'll be a negative x.
So bring out negative 4. You'll get good at that part later. But bring out negative 4, because negative 4 times what gives you negative 4x? X. Negative 4 times positive 3 gives you negative 12. Hey, the parentheses match. We need that to happen when we do this. If those don't match, you're done. Okay? Because this is the weird step. I'll just put parentheses need to match.
Wait, so those have to match? Like have
Yeah.
to, have to?
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly. If they don't match exactly, you did something wrong or it's not factorable. And for the ones I'm going to give you, they're going to be factorable, so that means you did something wrong. Until you get good at it, then I'll screw with you a little bit and throw in some stuff that's not factorable. But in the beginning, those should match. Alright, because now, this is the weird part. This is one that trips everybody out. They're like, I don't get it. You need to look at it as like two terms. You have this times this, and you have this times this, right? What's like your two terms? You have x squared times x plus 3. That's one term. That's all together. Terms are separated by addition and subtraction. And you have that one. And you do greatest common factor factoring again. Between those two. So looking at the things I have underlined, what do they have in common?
The inside of the parentheses.
The inside the x plus 3, right? So it's like, I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to put x plus 3. What would go here? X plus 3 multiplied by what gives you this? Look at it's x plus 3 times x squared.
X.
So it would be x squared. If I multiply those two, don't I get that? I'm just rearranging it here. I'm not actually like multiplying anything.
Oh, yeah.
Like this times this is the same as that, right? Minus, hey, x plus 3, if I took that whole thing and multiplied by 4, wouldn't that give me that?
Oh, yeah, I get it, yeah.
Hey, we have factored it.
That's it?
That's it. Look at it. It's, if I multiply these two things together, I'll get that. That's what factoring is. I've taken addition and subtraction, turn it into multiplication. If you're like struggling with this, just go, oh hey, I'll use one of these, and I'll use the stuff left in front and put it in another one. That's the like, I don't understand, but I can still do it because I'll just do it. So.
What are the point of these?
To turn this into something multiplication, because then it's going to help you graph when we start graphing. So you got to be able to do this before you can start graphing them.
I like it better when we just multiply that.
Honestly, why would it?
You can write your own step 4. If you're like, I don't know how to do greatest common factor with that, then it's right. Use one of those parentheses and the stuff in front, or something like that. Whatever. I'm not writing it down because it's not mathematically proper. This one was special though, because you know why? If you remember yesterday, you might look inside these parentheses and go, hey, wait, isn't that still factorable? And I'd be like, yes, Roy, good job. It is. He's like, well, shouldn't we do difference of 2 squares factoring? Because look at, I got x squared minus 4 right there. I know how to factor that. I said, good. What would it be, Vicente? up everything else and just go back to last night's homework. How do you factor x squared minus 4? That's x times x.
2 and negative 2.
Plus 2 minus 2. That stays chilling right there. There.
So we're able to have 3.
Huh?
We're able to have 3
You can have, yeah, you can have as many as you want. You can get crazy. About the most you'll see right now is 3. You won't get any. Yeah.
I know.
One more quick example and then you're going to be on your own. So.
Uh-oh.
I lied. 2 more examples. Do a slow one and a fast one. Back to that. What's the first step? Huh? Yeah, you group the front two terms, these two and these two.
And then
You pull out what those have in common. Oh, 2.
No, Mr. Hopkins, don't toss me that.
It's not Mr. Hopkins.
Oh, Mrs.
That was Inez. Yeah, there you
Mrs. what?
this is
Mrs. Hopkins now?
go. X minus 4. I hope you know how to do greatest common factor factoring, or else you're
Yeah,
not going to be able to do this.
TVP.
Bring out a 3 out of those, plus 3. Hey, 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Oh, hey, look at it. They both have x minus 4 in common. Cool, so we'll just do x minus 4 and 2x squared plus 3, and that one's done.
Wait, where'd you get the 2x squared?
I pulled out what those have in common.
Wait, I'm off. I got lost. Yeah, I got lost.
How'd you get 2x?
Rewind it, Mr. Hopkins.
Put these parentheses. Put these parentheses.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Pull out what those have in common. Goes there.
Uh-huh.
Put the leftover crap right here. Pull out what those have in common. Put it there. Put the leftover crap right here. Oh, hey, my parentheses match. Put one of them. Put that stuff there. Done. That's it. Every time. That's the exact same thing we just did up here. Oh, hey, put parentheses on that and that. Oh, hey, pull out what they have in common. Oh, hey, look at that. It goes to there. This one had one extra step. Whatever.
Like you said, you're going to stop saying that.
I'm going to the office and drop out. So back.
If you can't remember a 3-step process, you're in trouble here. Let's go. This shouldn't take 3 days. Put parentheses here. Here. Pull out what those have in common. 2. Oh, hey, they both have an A. 2A times what? Gives me 2AB. B. 2A times what? Gives me 8A. 4. Pull out what those have in common.
3.
3. Positive 3.
B.
3 times B is 3B. 3 times 4 is 12. Oh, hey, look, they match. Boom, done. P plus 4 times 2A
Okay, I don't know how
plus
to do the last part.
Yeah,
I don't know
that.
the last part.
Yeah.
Whatever's in the parentheses, you put it in front.
3. Huh?
You always get the ones that match.
Yes, you always get the ones that match. Remember up here, parentheses need to match because you're pulling out what they have in common. Like I said, if you don't understand that, you were like, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Wait, so what if they don't match?
If they don't match, you did something wrong for now.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about it later, but for right now, if they don't match, you did something wrong because I'm giving you ones that will.
And then there's a 2A in front of B.
Yeah, so it's just 2A. If I pull a B plus 4 out, BA plus 4 times 2A gives me this. B plus 4 times 3 gives me this.
Mr. Hopkins, stop telling
I don't
me.
understand the third part.
B plus 4 times 2A. Don't actually multiply it. Isn't that the same as 2A times B plus 4? Oh, hey, that looks familiar. And if I take that whole
Wait, so
thing
why aren't you using 2A?
and I multiply by 3, what do I get? Oh, I get 3 times B plus 4. Weird, that looks familiar. It's like freaking distributive property, except there's 2 things in the parentheses. That's okay.
Alright, you're gonna yell at me, right?
Lo tienes que poner a un lado.
Be fired up a little once in a while. Yeah? Long story short, take one of those, put it there, put the crap in front right there. Done.
¿Verdad?
Done. Huh?
Entonces el,
What?
el 2
I'll
AB
get this
más
later.
8A.
I knew you
So
were
what's
Puedes
our
sacar
homework?
2A como.
So what can you?
Ya dejas lo que te sobró adentro. paréntesis.
2A?
Igual con el
No,
3.
yeah.
Con el tres
Times
de
b plus
A.
4. Yeah, it's right
Y
here.
después en la parte donde está ese círculo.
It's B
Nada,
plus
pones
4
lo
to
que-
A plus 3.
I don't have to actually do it and go
Porque
2a
los dos
plus
están igual, ¿verdad?
a.
Lo pones afuera y nada más de afuera lo pones adentro.
What do you mean the answer? There's no answer. I'm just multiplying. Multiplication, you just write things next to each other. Like 2 times 3. Oh, hey, the answer is 2 times 3. I can say that. That's not wrong. It's just, I'm not actually doing the operation and multiplying them together.
Are we still having this worksheet?
Yep.
You solve the next problem.
We did 1 through 8 yesterday.
14.
Better not go too crazy. Okay, I'm not done with this. I'm not satisfied with your.
I'm with Kathy, but I mean, right?
Okay. So I'm just trying to think of like a
Please, Mom.
6 x plus
Like, I know how to do the first 2 steps.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
know the last one.
8.
The last step I don't get it.
Can you factor that? Just stay with me here. This is going to be a little bit of a stretch, but watch. This is the same exact thing. Do you know how to factor that?
Yes.
2.
They have 2 in common, right? So I put a 2.
And you'll go 3x.
Hold on. Better example. Just had a brilliant idea.
Right. Oh.
Okay.
Is this like different steps?
All right. Better. This will be better.
3.
3? True. But there's a bigger one.
6.
6. 6.
2x
2x
plus 3.
plus 3. Okay. Cool. Understand that. I'm going to rewrite this. Same exact problem. I'm going to write it in a different way. I'm going to write 12x as 2x times 6. Isn't that the same as 12x?
Yeah.
Plus, I'm going to rewrite that as 3 times 6.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right? This is multiplication, this is multiplication. To pull out what they have in common, wouldn't that be a 6?
Yeah.
Put it on the outside. 6 times what gives me 6 times 2x? Don't think of 12, just ignore this. 6 times what gives me this? 2x. Plus 6 times what gives me this? 3. Do you see how that's the exact same as here? I have this times this and this times this. They have b plus 4 in common. I could even break it here. Let me go a step further. We could say this is actually 2x times 2 times 3 plus 3 times 2 times 3. Isn't that the same as that?
Yeah.
Hey, what do they have in common? They have a 2 times 3 in common. I'm just naming it a different thing. Sure, it's 6, but I'm just going to call it 2 times 3. Hey, I'll bring out a 2 times 3. 2 times 3 times what gives me this? Oh, this is 2 times 3 times 2x. Wouldn't that just be 2x? I just brought out a 6, right? Remember back here? I just brought out a 6. 6 times 2x gives me that. 6 times 2x gives me that. It's just written in a different way. Plus 2 times 3 times what gives me that? Oh, a 3. There, I factored it. Oh yeah, that's just 6. Duh. That's what we had earlier. Look at, they both have a b plus 4 in common, so I'll put a b plus 4. B plus 4 times what gives me that?
Damn.
2a. B plus 4, the whole thing all together as one package.
Finally got it, alright.
As one package, that times what gives me that? 3.
Yeah, alright.
I got it.
Hey, Cameron, you can't tell me you got it first time.
I just got
Yeah,
it.
this is what it is.
See, look, Cameron even got it right now.
I just got it.
Good.
Just be.
Well, then it worked.
When you were like this times this gives me this, I was like, wait, what? And I was like, oh.
See, Cameron just doesn't like speaking up. Ugh.
Nah.
Well, I know there was others. That's why I didn't want to continue. I was like, no, I can't give you your homework yet. People don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm good now.
I'm ready now.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me that one.
Factor these suckers. F2.
1 through 45.
Actually, 45 through 66 now.
Erase that.
45 through
Let
75.
me make sure these are factorable because I don't want to lie and tell you I won't give you a non-factorable one and then give you a non-factorable one.
He's gonna do a homework real quick.
Yeah, just gotta bust these out. Oh, hey, that one's good.
Oh, so we're probably not getting that.
70,
70,
73, 74, maybe 75. This looks bad. Yeah. We'll leave 7.
Just those 3? Is that it?
If you're up for a challenge, we'll put 75 on there. But I will tell you on 75,
watermelon.
I'm going back.
Or I'm going to this one.
you have to be a genius level A number 75.
Your mom's letting you? Yeah, I didn't come to see me. I had to. Why? You paid for it? Show me the song. I don't know, but I want to. Use that. Don't
There you go.
use that. I want to burn.
Man, that's a long time. Those 4 on F2 are what we just did. They're grouping. These 2 are like review. They're the different kinds of factoring we've already done.
Is that extra credit?
No. But if you can't figure it out, do these first. They're like just like I showed you. That one, you'll just have to rearrange the terms first. So that would be like,
You want to walk us through it?
just, just rearranging stuff. Just like, instead of this order, put x to the third. Oh, hey, I put minus x squared right here, plus 2x plus 5. That's not exactly how it is, but just put them in a different order and retry it. I'll just tell you, before you even start, put them in a different order. Try it. If it doesn't work, put them in a different order. And hopefully by the time you've already done 3 of them, you got a little more.
Wait for 75?
Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. I need to check